Okay folks, welcome to episode 3 here. Now by the end of this video you're going to have your game set up so that you can generate results, and you're going to have your league table updated to reflect those results. So if we have a look here, we can see some of the results that have been going on in my league. So Newcastle and Manchester, they're doing pretty well. Cardiff I was surprised by, I thought they'd be up the top, but apparently not. So I would just click next week and we generate the next set of results. You can see here I've got to the end. I'm not handling the end of the league yet, that'll come probably in the next episode. But then if we go into view all fixtures, we can just skip through our fixtures here, which is nice. The first thing that we need to do is come into our controller scripts and add a new script called GameManager. And if you call it GameManager correctly, this version of Unity is preset to make the icon that little cog if it's called GameManager. Open the code up, and this is how your code is going to look. So you can see here, it's a singleton again. We've got a match week int, and we have just got a public getter because we don't want to be accessing match week outside of this script and assigning it. We just only want to increase the match week when we simulate the week here, which we do so by getting the current match week, calling simulate week, increasing the match week counter up here, and then updating the home page. So you want to add this game manager script just into your scene on your controller. So the next thing we want to come into is the home page UI, which is tied to our home page container in the scene. And this controls the UI for the home page. So we've got a new method that we call here called clear league standings, because this was bugged. So it does the same thing as clear fixtures, but it clears the league and then basically re-renders it. We have replaced this get match weeks. This was a hard-coded 0 for testing originally, but we now want to get the previous week so we can show last week's results. So for example, if we're in week 2, we want to show the results from week 1 because week 2 has still to be played. If we're in week 6's games have yet to be played, so we want to show the results from week 5. Hope that makes sense. So we get the current match week here on line 36. And we get that from GameManager, which I will show you. This is match week here, and we get it using this public getter. What we do is we check if match week is equal to 0, and if it is, we set the previous week to 0 because we're at the very start of the game. But if it's not, we subtract 1 from match week so we can show the previous week's results, and we just pass that in here as prev week to show the results from the previous week. And I also added clear league standings because I had forgot to do that before. So basically the same thing as clear fixtures. We look through all of the transform child object in the league standing container, which is all these league standings here with the name and the points. We delete them all, and then we can re-render them without duplicating them all. So step 3 here that I did is these 2 buttons up the top, they don't do nothing because we haven't assigned them to anything. So the way that I've set that up, if you're using my starter project, which you can get from GitHub, I'll put it in the description, you've got these constants here in your canvas. You basically want to come to next week and add an on click, drag in your controller object, and for the next week we want to attach Game Manager Simulate Week, which is this code here. And for home button, we just want to show home page, which again is controller, UI manager, and show home page. By the way, this is a new format that I'm trying to run these tutorials in, so if you're enjoying it, you find it helpful so far, I would really appreciate your feedback, either by liking the video, subscribing, or just leaving a wee comment. That really helps me out and lets me know that this style of tutorial is helpful. Step 4 is another bug fix. So you want to come into your fixtures manager and your get match weeks. This is a new method, but this was in start previously, the generating of the match weeks. However, just to avoid any null reference complaints, we're just going to change this to get match weeks, which basically does what we've done before. It checks if the match weeks have been created, and that's basically a list of all the weeks and all the fixtures. If they haven't, then it generates them and it returns them, and it will only ever do this once. So basically keep the method the same, but change this from start to get match weeks, returning a list of match weeks. Then anytime we access the fixtures manager to get the match weeks, you don't want to call this anymore, you don't want to reference that. Change this to private and call get match weeks instead. So let me show you where we were doing that. Fixture list UI, change week focus. You want to implement fixture manager instance get match weeks .count instead. Same script again. Fixture manager instance get match weeks, match focus for setting up the fixture panel, and then in the home page UI, fixture manager get match weeks and the on show method, and then actually call it again and get match week here down the bottom. If match weeks count less than 1, so if there's no match weeks created yet, then please just create them. For step 6, I'm just going to please again reiterate the fact that you need to be clearing your league standings. So we call this at the top here on show. This gets called any time that we show the homepage UI. We just want to do the same that we're doing for fixtures before the league standings. Make sure that's calling your underscore league standing container and destroy those game objects. Then if you come into GameManager, which is your new script, you'll see here that I'm calling matchweek.simulateWeek. This is a brand new method, so let's have a look. So this is what it does. We call this anytime that we click the next week button. So we're simulating all the fixtures. So what we do is we look through all the fixtures that are in this match week, we simulate the fixture, and then we update the league standings, and then we set, once we've done that for all the fixtures, we set has been played to true. So another new method here, simulate fixture. Let's go into that. All we're doing just now is we're setting the home score and the away score to a number between 0 and 5. And then to update the league standings, you already have this method, but just in case you need it again, this is what we do. We get the home and the away teams, we get the goals for, goals against, we set the points based on who won, or if it was a draw, then we call sort standings, and this is our link query where we rearrange the table. Right, so that's us for this tutorial. The next one is going to be about getting rid of those random values. So I mean, obviously, football doesn't work this way. It isn't just a random number between 0 and 5. There's more variables at play. So the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to add in stats for each team, and then we're going to run some calculations off the back of those stats, meaning that a team with more powerful stats, they are more likely to win the match. Doesn't mean they will win the match, but they're more likely to win the match. So we're going to add in a bit more than just some random numbers in the next episode. So I do hope you'll subscribe for that next episode, which will be coming out in the next couple of days. And if you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate you like the video, and you leave me a wee comment, and let me know if there's anything else that you'd be interested in seeing in this Football Manager style game. Let me know, and then we could maybe add it in one day. But cheers folks!